Bloody hell, guys. I'm 24 hours late. It's Thursday. Where's the week gone? Wednesdays I should be going live. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. It's now Thursday. 24 hours late, that's really bad form for me. Really bad form. Hello, everybody. I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa guide, coming to you live from Forward Thinking. And what a bloody week it's been. You know, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to impact the lives of millions of people. 1 million people, to be exact, in 10 years. Hi, Rick. How are you? Sorry, it's Thursday. I'm getting my whole wires confused this week because it's just been absolutely bonkers. My hair's bonkers because I can't go to the hairdressers, as none of us can. The business is bonkers. It's just exploded into life this last 2 weeks. It's just been unbelievable. And I've lost track of days. It's Thursday today. I should be going live on Wednesday. Wednesday's live day. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. And it's Thursday. So I've cocked up a little bit. So excuse me and apologies if you were waiting for me to go live yesterday. So you're going to have it today instead. So what were we on about this week? We were on about, in business, you get what you tolerate. So, Rick, if you're sat there tolerating no sales, low sales figures, bad performance, no sales leads, no inquiries, do something about it! Because you can't carry on tolerating this stuff. When you tolerate something and it winds you up inside, it's kind of like it's a sign to you. It's a sign that you're tolerating something that you shouldn't. When it winds you up, it's like, you know, it's a mental thing, and you've got to get your head round it. In business, you get what you tolerate. And it's the same in life. You get what you tolerate. You're teaching people how to behave towards you by tolerating this stuff. And today's live, you know, Monday we were talking about this, get what you tolerate, and, you know, tolerating this, that, and the other, and how it makes you feel and stuff. And, you know, don't tolerate this stuff, you know. Personally, I was tolerating vaping, I was tolerating being overweight, I was tolerating overeating. But you get to a point where it just owns you. You reach the edge of toleration, the ledge of toleration. You've got to do something about it. Because if you don't, you'll just explode with frustration. And I've had it in business as well. And right now, you know, nowadays, I don't tolerate anything. If something doesn't feel right, I stop, I grab hold of it by the throat, and I've sort it out really quickly because I can't survive tolerating and being wound up by stuff. I confront it head on because it's always better. Have you noticed some things in your life where you've been really frustrated by them, but you've let them ride, you've tolerated them? But then, you know, a year later, you've been tolerating it for a year and you've finally gone, right, I'm going to confront this thing. You confront it and it's over with within 10 seconds. And you think, why the fucking hell have I tolerated that thing for the last year and felt like that when all I needed to do was confront it on day one and it's gone, it's finished. I don't feel like that anymore. So today's live was all about the 5 things that you mustn't tolerate in business. 5 really important things. I've got them here on my slide deck, expertly prepared by Dan Elson, my digital guy, in conjunction with me. Obviously, we have to, because of the rate by which I post stuff and the content that we push out there. You know, I have to work together with Dan, my digital guy, and we build the content for the week. So I need to keep me on track as well. Otherwise, I'll just go live like for 3 hours long and you'll just get bored and you'll miss your tea and then you'll be late for bed and everything. So we've got to keep them short and 10 minutes long. So I have to write this stuff down. So there's 5 things that in business you should never tolerate. Number 1, poor employee performance. And that includes you. If you're not performing well and you're tolerating it, you're doing yourself an injustice. But what about your employees? If you've got a business and you've got several employees, you know, you might have 3 or 4, you might have 30 or 40, you might have 300 or 400. But if you're the boss, you're the owner, director, you're walking around and you're just tolerating this stuff, you're tolerating scruffiness, scruffy-ness, swearing, bad-mailing customers behind their backs. You know, if you're tolerating bad performance like sales figures or operational efficiencies, if you're tolerating that, if you've seen it all happen and you're going into your office and you're thinking, bloody hell, I'm really wound up, he's not doing that right and she's not doing that right, but it'll be okay because they're just learning and this, that and the other. But it's not okay. You're teaching people, by tolerating it, you're teaching people how to behave towards you and your business. So you've got to change it. You've got to front it up. You've got to grab hold of that thing. Poor employee performance, grab hold of it straight away. And it's not a case of bollocking everyone and shouting at them. It's a case of helping understand and see what great performance looks like and how far away they are from that great performance. You know, and helping them see the future and helping them understand the impact of the work they do and how that adds value to the customers and the organisation. They've got to understand that. They've got to understand it all, but do not tolerate it. Poor employee performance, absolute no. I've done it myself. And you can tolerate it for a month, you tolerate it for 2 months, you tolerate it for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you snap, you go bonkers, and everything gets sorted. But why wait 6 months? Just do it. Just don't tolerate it. You know how your business needs to run. You know how you need to perform. You know how your people need to perform to make this business work. If it's not doing what you want, you're frustrated. Don't tolerate it. Do something, and do it now. The second thing is, if you're a solopreneur or a micro business owner, or you're owning a mature business, think about how often you work, how much you work. Because I know we all like our business, right? We're all passionate about growth. We're all passionate about impacting the lives of our customers and our employees and stuff. But if you're working 80 hours a week, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. And if you tolerate the fact that you have to work 80 hours a week to make your business grow and to make it make money and to give you the lifestyle you're accustomed to, you're daft. You're tolerating it. It's wrong. You didn't set up your business in the first place to work double the amount of time for a wage that you could get by joining the business down the road and as an employee. That's not why you set up your business. You set up your business probably to give you more freedom, more time, more flexibility. But you chain to it like a slave. You don't want to be a slave to your business. You didn't set it up for that. So why are you tolerating it? Why are you tolerating working 80 hours a week? If you are working 80 hours a week, don't tolerate it. Do something about it. I had a coaching session with a client yesterday, a client that I worked with a year ago that's come back and said, Andrew, can I have some more help? And I've said, yeah. Tolerating, running her business flat out, running the household flat out, running the children flat out, running the husband flat out, doing 4 full-time jobs and letting people down. And she was tolerating it, but she got to the edge of tolerance. And yesterday we fixed it. We come up with the idea that we fixed it. And overnight she had the conversations, and this morning she fixed it. Done. Children happy, husband happy, businesswoman happy, mum happy, everyone happy. Get to the edge of toleration. Don't let it get that far. If you feel it bubbling inside you, you think, I don't like that, I don't like how that's working, I'm not happy with that, grab hold of it, do something about it. So don't work 80 hours a week. Something's wrong. If you have to work 80 hours a week to build and grow your business, you've got it wrong. You should be able to work 30 to 40 hours, enjoy it, and have a business that still grows and works for you. If you don't, you need to call me because I can help. The third thing that you should not tolerate is getting distracted by shiny things like magpies do. Don't get distracted by the next big thing, the next big social media like Clubhouse. Everyone's on Clubhouse right now, and yeah, okay, there's a time and a place for it. But people are getting distracted and consumed by it and taking the eye off the main thing. One of the sayings I've got is the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Don't get distracted until that main thing is operating and it's making you money, and you can install people to run it and systems to run it, so you don't need to be on it all the time. Then you can create another thing that's earning money and create an impact in the world. So yeah, so that's a really key thing. Don't get distracted. You get distracted all the time, and you come home on a Friday, you've done 80 hours in a week, your employees are misbehaving and doing all this stuff, you've chased 500 shiny things in the week, and you sit down on a Friday and think, bloody hell, I've worked so much time, I've worked so many hours, I'm so tired, I'm so stressed, I just don't feel like I'm making progress to a place I want to be. And that's because you're tolerating all this bullshit, chasing shiny things, bad performance from you and your employees, all this stuff, working so many hours. And the other thing, the fourth thing that we tolerate, that we shouldn't tolerate, is flatlining or negative growth. We're not growing. We're not building anymore, and it feels like Groundhog Day, and it feels like my life's beige because the business is doing okay. It's doing okay. I just tolerate it. It's doing okay. It's making me money. It's providing me money to run my house and stuff. But I know it's capable of so much more. But I'm just tolerating mediocrity. Don't tolerate mediocrity. Don't tolerate flatlining. If you get your buzz from building your business, from it growing, from customers saying, yes, I want to use you for the service. I want to use you, Andrew, for the service. I want to use you, Rick. I want to come to you, Ben, for my personal training. That's the buzz, isn't it? It's the buzz of building, because you get more customers, you're building your business, you get more employees, you get bigger premises, you get a bigger sign on the door that says, I own this bloody business, it's awesome. But when you're flatlining or you're going backwards, and you tolerate that, you just think, well, it's the market, well, it's COVID, well, it's their bad performance, well, she's, there, and, oh, she's off sick or furlough or whatever, and you can't tolerate it. It's okay, but it's okay because, oh, well, that's that because of it. No, don't tolerate it. Don't settle for mediocrity. If you're in business, you're in it for a reason, because you enjoy the building process, and you enjoy winning, you enjoy customers saying yes. Get more of them. Get more of that. Do more. Don't sit there and think, oh, well, it's just, it's COVID, isn't it? It's the government, isn't it? it's the way I got out of bed this morning. No, take back control and flipping sort it out. Don't tolerate it. If you want to grow your business, get on with it. Get a plan, get a map, define where you are, define where you want to be, and go for it. Just flipping absolutely go for it. What else are we tolerating that we shouldn't be tolerating? I think, one of the things that we tolerate is the lack of new enquiries. It's kind of similar one as like that negative or flatline growth. Lack of new inquiries coming in, lack of people wanting you. I mean, flipping it this week, so many people want me. I'm looking at my diary and thinking, if this carries on, I can't sustain it. I need to scale. I need to push the scale button and bring people in to help me grow. So it's a very exciting time because I love that building bit. I love the building. But yeah, if you're not getting new business in, you've got a sales team. Imagine that. Imagine if you've got a sales team or a salesperson, and then you look and see how many new business wins you've had in a month, and it's none. And then you go, well, it's okay. She's new, or he's new, or he's had a bad month, and it's COVID, and it's this. No, they're there to do a job. And if you haven't got salespeople, if it's just you and you've no new business wins, you need to look at yourself in the mirror, because you're tolerating poor performance. You're tolerating the fact that you haven't got new business inquiries coming in. You're probably tolerating the fact that your marketing's a bit poor. You're probably tolerating the fact that you haven't defined your ideal client that you really want to work with, and you haven't defined a message to go out and attract more of them. You know, really, really important and simple things to do as long as you've got a framework to follow that through with. You're probably just tolerating it and thinking, well, it'll be okay. Next month will be different. 3 months later, you're in the same position because you're tolerating it. When you feel, you know what it feels like when you tolerate something, it's like you're tight and everything tightens up. It's like, I better not say anything because, no, you better say something because if you don't, you're going to feel worse. It's going to drag on. The performance of your business is going to stop. It's going to go backwards. So grab hold of the thing that you're frustrated about. Grab hold of those things that you're just about tolerating. And ask yourself, why do I tolerate this? And interestingly enough, if you ask yourself why 5 times, Simon Sinek job, and if you don't know who Simon Sinek is, go and research him, Google him, 5 whys, and really, really good. But, find out why, ask yourself, why am I tolerating that? Because of this. Well, why am I tolerating that? Well, because of this. And and by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th why, you realise it's because you don't like confrontation or something like that. Okay, I need to get on an assertiveness course or something. These are all important things, but you need to find out why you're tolerating it. So, in business, you get what you tolerate. So stop tolerating it, guys. Get out there and make it happen. And if you need a bit of help and support, that's what I do. I'm Andy. I'm your Sherpa guide. Life and business is like climbing a mountain. It's hard work. It's tough. You get halfway up, you feel sick, you feel tired, you feel stressed, you feel out of breath. But something's got to compel you to get to the top of that mountain. Something has got to magnetise you to the top, and it's your compelling vision of the future. It's the life you want to live in the future and how your business needs to perform to give you that life. With the absence of that, what are we working for? Are we even going up the right mountain? Is it even our mountain? Are we climbing someone else's mountain? Shit, imagine that. Imagine sat there climbing someone else's mountain. I've been there, I've done that, but now I'm climbing my own. And I have got a compelling vision of the future. And yes, some days are shit. Some days are crap. We have a hard day. But it's okay, because the next day is going to be different. And the next day you're starting climbing again. Because you know that when you get to the top, the amazing feeling, clarity, self-belief, confidence, you push through the pain barrier. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. I'm the Sherpa guy. I'm not going to run ahead up the mountain and say, come on, you slow coach, get a move on. I'm not going to stand behind you and shout at you until you get to the top while I'm sat there drinking beer and stuff at the bottom of the mountain, just shouting at you to get to the top. That's not me. I'm going to be there with your bags at your side. I'm going to be there with the food and the preparations and the equipment that we need to make sure we're navigating up your mountain correctly, and I'm making it safe and enjoyable. And I'm helping. And that's the whole ethos behind who I am, the Sherpa. Because it is hard, and sometimes you need some assistance. And actually asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength and knowledge. You know that someone else out there is better than you at doing certain things. So you bring them in. And they help you. They ask you questions. They find out what's going on. Likely, someone like me has had that same experience before where you've got this problem. I've dealt with the same problem probably 25 times. I know how to fix it because I've done it and I've helped others fix that problem. And when you talk about your future, I know what that's going to look like and feel like for you, and I can help you get there. So that's my job. I don't do anything else. I work with business people. I work with career people, professional people in their careers. And I work with Ben Clifton, who's watching this, one of my business partners. We work with people who want to get physically and mentally fitter. So we've got Success GPS Health, Success GPS Business, and Success GPS Careers. And we're helping people every day to live better lives and to develop themselves and to get more meaning from their life and their work and their business and to grow personally and professionally. So it's a really good place to be. So if you're watching this and you need some help, just stick your hand up and say, Andy, I'm ready, because I'm here for you. Although there's not many slots in my diary, so you need to be quick and get it booked in. So, like I said, Andy Henderson, I'm your Sherpa guide. Today was all about in business you get what you tolerate. And on Friday, I'll give you a little insight into what I used to tolerate in the big business that I used to run, and how that made me feel, and what we did to end that toleration, and what you can do too. So it's been great to see you. A bit late, 24 hours later than normal, but I was here. I'm here for you, as always, sometimes a bit later than planned. So Andy Henderson, Sherpa Guide. This is Sherpa Guide. It's episode 82. You've been awesome. I've just turned up a bit late. And just remember, guys, just remember this. You're just one step away